Hello students, let us discuss about the gas laws. In the previous class we have discussed about thermal energy and intermolecular forces relation. Today let us discuss about gas laws. So let us see what is gas law. Gas law is nothing but here the behavior of gases and the relation between variables like MV means mass, volume, temperature, pressure. That laws we call it as gas laws. So what we can say here, the behavior of gases and the relation between the behavior of gases and the relation between variables like mass, volume, temperature, pressure. So these are explained by certain laws we call it as what here, gas laws. Okay, so this is nothing but gas laws. So means what here, which is having relation between mass, volume, temperature, pressure, that one we call it as gas laws. So generally these consist of four types, that is Boyle's law, Charles law, Charles law 2 only we call it as Gay-Lussac law, and we are having Avogadro's law. So these are the four things we are going to have. Let us discuss one by one. So let us see first one, that is Boyle's law. Let us discuss first one, Boyle's law. So Boyle's law. So Boyle's law is nothing but here we are going to speak the gas relationship between pressure and volume. Here we are going to speak what here? Pressure and volume we are going to speak. So generally Boyle's law is nothing but here at constant temperature. So when you take at constant temperature, the pressure means for given mass of gas, we can say here at constant temperature for a given mass of gas, the volume of gas is inversely proportional to the pressure. This one we call it as what here? Boyle's law. So what is Boyle's law? We can say here at constant temperature for any given mass of a gas, so the volume, this volume of a gas is inversely proportional to pressure. So we can say here PV is equals to, this one will become, this means multiplication, PV is equals to constant we can write here. So this one we call it as what here? Boyle's law. So this one can be written as, or we can write a pressure is inversely proportional to 1 by V also. So this one can be written as P is equals to K1 into 1 by V, where K1 is proportional to constant we can say, so which depends upon the value. So this one we call it as what here? Proportionality. Proportionality constant depends on, it depends on what here? It depends on amount of gas, temperature of the gas. Okay, so here PV is equals to K1 we can write. We can write whether PV is equals to K1. Okay, so depends on what here? Amount of gas and temperature. So this is nothing but what here? This is nothing but Boyle's law. So this one we are going to have. Means if you take given mass of a gas at constant temperature, here the product of its volume and pressure is constant, we can say. That only we have written, that is PV is equals to constant. What I have written here, this PV means at constant temperature for any moles of the product of pressure and volume of a fixed amount of gas is constant. By this we can say, okay. So if the fixed amount of gas, so according to Boyle's law, what I have told you, for a given mass of a gas at constant temperature, what I have told you, the decrease of the gas means the density of the gas is proportional to pressure also, we can say, that is D by P. So according to Boyle's law, what we can say here, according to Boyle's law, for a given mass of a gas at constant temperature, what happens? Actually, I have told pressure is inversely proportional to volume, volume is inversely proportional to pressure. And also we can speak about here density also. Volume is nothing but what here? Mass per density. That one we call it as volume. So coming to here, according to Boyle's law, what we can say, the mass of a gas at constant temperature, what we can say, the density of gas is proportional to pressure. Proportional to the pressure, that one we call it as what here? This is also we call it as Boyle's law. Means what we can say, D by P is equals to constant, we can say. Means for any, if suppose I have been telling that the product of pressure and volume of a fixed amount of gas is constant. If suppose the fixed amount of gas at constant temperature T is occupying volume V1 at pressure P1, it undergoes expansion. So that what happens, the volume becomes V2 and pressure P2. So by this what we can write here, P1 V1 equals to P2 V2 is equals to constant. So by this P1 by V1 is equals to P2, P1 by P2 is equals to V2 by V1. Okay, so cross multiplication I have did. So this is also the according to Boyle's law for fixed mass of a gas at constant temperature. Okay, so or also we can write here P1 by D1 is equals to P2 by D2. This one also we can write it. Why? Because here we are saying V is directly proportional to 1 by P and D is directly proportional to P. Density is directly proportional to P here. So by this what we are getting, PV is equals to constant, D by P is equals to constant. So by this what we are getting here, P1 V1 equals to P2 V2, and here we are getting P1 by D1 is equals to P2 by D2. Okay, so this is nothing but about Boyle's law we are speaking, and also we are going to draw the graph at constant temperature. So isotherm graph we are going to have Boyle's law, we are going to get isotherm. So isotherm is nothing but what here? A graph is drawn between pressure and volume at constant temperature. That one we call it as isotherm. So what is isotherm here? A graph is plotted against pressure and volume at constant temperature we call it as what here? We call it as isotherm. Okay, so for this if you have been taken, okay, so if you taking a different temperatures, so we are going to have like this. That is, for example, at the curves here, volume, pressure, so you are going to get curves like this, that is T1 and T2. If you are taking like this 1 by P and volume, so here we are going to get straight line. If you are taking this one on x-axis and PV on y-axis, you are going to get graph this one. So straight lines we are going to get. So means what we can say here, T2 is greater than T1. Not only this, if you have been taken one more, here also T1, T2 we are having. So the higher the temperature, the greater will be the pressure and volume. Okay, so this is nothing but what here, so this is nothing but Boyle's law. Next one, let us discuss about Charles law. What is next one we are going to discuss next time? Charles law. So Charles law is nothing but what here? Charles law. Charles law is nothing but temperature volume relationship. So here, for a given mass of the gas at constant pressure, the volume of gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature. We call it as Charles law. So what we can say here, the temperature is constant, here pressure is constant. Okay, so this is inversely proportional, this is directly proportional. So by this what we can say here, for a given mass of a gas at constant pressure, what happens? The volume of gas is directly proportional to its absolute temperature. We call it as what here is known as Charles law. So means what we can say here, V is directly proportional to T, we can say. Okay, so by this V is equals to KT, where K is proportionality constant. So here V by T is equals to what you are going to get? Constant. So and at the same time here we can speak about density also. Here what is density? Density is inversely proportional to temperature. So what we can say here, again, for a given mass of a gas at constant pressure, the density of gas is inversely proportional to absolute temperature. We call it as what? This is also Charles law. So we are speaking on two definitions, that is, one is according to temperature, volume, pressure, another one is density. So by this what we can write here, D is directly proportional to 1 by T. So at different conditions what we can write, V1 by T1 is equals to V2 by T2, and coming to here D1 by D1 T1. So if it will come here, it is inversely proportional to D2 T2. Okay, so by this what we can say, at constant pressure the volume of gas increases and it decreases by 1 by 273 part of the volume at 0 degrees. For every 1 degrees what happens, there will be rise or decrease in temperature, we can say. So what we can say here, for a given mass of a gas at constant pressure, what happens? The volume of gas increases. The volume of gas increases So here the volume of gas increases or decreases. How much it is going to decrease? By 1 by 273 part of volume. At 0 degrees centigrade we can say. Okay, so it may increase or decrease by 273 part of volume for every 1 degrees at 0 degrees. Means for every 1 degree centigrade what happens? For every 1 degree centigrade it may rise or fall in temperature. So this is also nothing but what here? It is also a Charles law. So for this, by this what we can say? Vt is equals to V naught into 1 plus alpha. So here what we can say here? Vt is equals to V naught into 1 plus alpha t. So here Vt is volume at T degree centigrade. Okay, where alpha is nothing but constant, means we are going to have 1 by 273 part, and here 3.66 into 10 power minus 3. V naught is nothing but volume at 0 degrees. Volume at 0 degrees, volume at T degrees centigrade, and alpha is equals to 1 by 273. Whereas alpha is nothing but volume coefficient we can have. So here the pressure we are going to measure. Okay, so we are going to measure what here? Pressure. So whenever you are measuring pressure, so at constant pressure, so here we are going to have isochoric process. What is this one? Isochoric process. So isochoric process is nothing but here a graph is plotted against volume and temperature. So this is not isochoric, isobar process, sorry. So here a graph is plotted against volume and temperature at constant pressure. We call it as what here? Isobar. At constant pressure what happens? We call isobar. This is nothing but isobar. So here we are drawing a graph here. Okay, so this may be getting temperature and volume at constant pressure. We are getting a straight line graph, and also we can take here different types of graphs which may be at horizon, so here T degrees centigrade we are getting, volume we are taking. Okay, so pressure will be here P2, P3 and P1. So this is the temperature we are going to get. So means what we can say? P1, P2, P3. Okay, so this is nothing but what here? This is nothing but a graph is drawn between what here? Volume and temperature at constant pressure. We call it as isobar. So coming to here, Charles found that all gases at any given pressure, the graph of volume temperature is a straight line, and also an extending zero volume also, each line intercepts the temperature at minus 273.15 degrees only. Here the slope lines whatever we are drawing here, the slope lines whatever forming at different pressures are different, but at zero volume what happens? All the meet at the zero volume. This graph will meet at what here? At one point only. Okay, if you're taking different temperature, different volume, different pressure also, it will meet at one point. At zero volume all lines will meet at minus 273.15 degrees. So this is the temperature it is going to meet. So this each line of the volume and also temperature graph we call it as what here? This is a isobar. Okay, so here by this what we can say, if we put the values of T in equation as minus 273 degrees, we can also see that volume of the gas at minus 273 will be 0. If you put this value, the volume will be also what here? 0 we are going. Means what here? This gas will not exist. So all the gases will not exist. So first what happens? All the gases first it should liquefy. Then only the gases will exist. their gases are changing into liquid, then automatically temperature is reached. Okay, so here an imaginary temperature at which gases occupy zero volume, we call it as what here? Absolute zero. So what is absolute zero here? The temperature and the imaginary temperature at which gases are supposed to be zero volume. That one we call it as absolute zero. So what we can say here? The imaginary temperature at which gases are supposed to occupy volume, we call it as what here is called absolute zero. Okay, so this is nothing but what? This is nothing but Charles' law. Means it will have very low pressure and high temperature. All gases will obey low pressure, high temperature. And also we are having Gay-Lussac law. In the next class we can, not on next class, now only I am going to explain. So let us see here Gay-Lussac law or Charles' law 2, we can say. Okay, so what is the next law here? Gay-Lussac law, Charles' law. So here what happens? At constant volume, pressure of the gas is directly proportional to temperature. So what we can say here? At constant volume, the pressure of a fixed mass of a gas is directly proportional to its absolute temperature. We call it as what here? This one we call it as Gay-Lussac's law. Okay, so means what we can say here? P is directly proportional to T. P by T is equals to K, we can say. That is P1 by T1 is equals to P2 by T2. So here constant volume we are saying, that is isochoric process. A graph is drawn. So isochoric is nothing but what here? A graph of pressure vs temperature at constant volume. We call it as what here? Here the volume is constant, that is isochoric. Pressure is constant, that is isobaric. If the temperature is constant, that is isotherm. Okay, so here isochoric means what here? The volume is constant. That's why we call it as what here? Isochoric process. So here the graph will be also straight line like this. We are having V1, V2. V2 is greater than V1. Here temperature and pressure. This is nothing but Gay-Lussac law. So here the relation will be derived from Boyle's law and Charles' law. So this one will come from Boyle's law and Charles' law. Okay. And next one we are going to have, next one is Avogadro's law. Let us discuss about Avogadro's law. What is next one here? The fourth one is Avogadro law. So Avogadro law is nothing but here equal volume of all gases under same condition of temperature and pressure contain equal number of molecules. That one we call it as what here? Avogadro's law. So what we can say here? At constant temperature and pressure, at constant temperature and pressure, the volume of a gas is proportional to number of moles present in it. We call it as what here? Number of moles present in it. This one we call it as Avogadro's law. So means what here? Equal volume of all gases under same condition of temperature and pressure will contain equal number of molecules. We call it as Avogadro's law also. Here by this what we can say, V is directly proportional to N. Volume of gas is directly proportional to number of moles. So by this what we can say, V1 by V2 is equals to N1 by N2. Okay. So this is nothing but what here? Under similar condition of temperature and pressure, what I have told you, equal volume of all gases contain equal number of moles or molecules. By this we can say. Okay. So generally here at constant temperature for a gas having constant volume, the pressure is directly proportional to number of moles present in it, we can say. One more definition we can say, what is that? At constant temperature, for a gas having constant volume, the pressure is directly proportional to number of moles. Means what here? Volume we have spoken. So here at what happens at constant volume and temperature, what we can say? Here number of moles present in it we can say. So means two types of definitions we are going to say. So means what here? Pressure is directly proportional to N, that is P1 by P2 is equals to N1 by N2 also we can say. So the Avogadro's, the number of molecules in 1 moles we are going to have here, the constant value 6.022 into 10 power 23. So this is nothing but what means? This is nothing but Avogadro constant we are going to have. So means volume of a gas is directly proportional to number of moles I have to. Means for 1 mole of a gas at standard temperature and pressure will have same volume. Standard temperature and pressure means what here? 273.15 Kelvin. Okay. And 1 bar is exactly equals to pressure. So means what here? 10 power 5 Pascal. So these values are freezing temperatures of water and atmospheric pressure at HTP level we can say. Okay, so this is nothing but 4 laws we have been discussed. In the next class we can discuss about the remaining topics, that is ideal gas equation. Thank you.